right here at the Bema, and Randy just said I was probably sitting up high because I was looking for a Bema seat like many of you, have seen at Tel Dan. And so when a lot of times we think about what is the driving, motivating factor of our lives. A lot of people their driving, motivating factor for their life is money, success, power, fame. That wasn't true for Paul. Paul says that in 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 9, he says, we make it our ambition. And he didn't say my ambition, he says our ambition. So he's including the Corinthians. We make it our ambition to be pleasing to God. Whether I am alive or I'm dead. Whether I'm in the body or absent from the body. He says we make it. The driving motivation factor of our lives needs to be that we live to please God. Why? The very next verse says, for we must all, each of us must appear before not the judgment seat of the Corinthian ruler, but the judgment seat of our ruler, our King, Jesus Christ. And that is for believers. It's a judgment for believers, not for unbelievers. They have a different judgment. The judgment for believers is the judgment seat of Christ. All of us as believers, those of us that have put our faith and trust in the death, burial, and resurrected Jesus Christ, and coming again Christ to judge both the living and the dead. We are going to stand before him and give an account. And for our works, what quality were our works? And 1 Corinthians 3 kind of helps us out with that. Was our works good? Were they good or were they evil? Were they of the flesh or were they of the Spirit? If they are of the Spirit, if they are of God, the works that he created us to do, they would be gold. We will receive gold, silver, and precious stone. But if it's of our flesh, we receive wood, hay, and stubble. Did we do the things that we do, whether reading our Bible, praying, speaking to a group of people, traveling to the Holy Land, doing the ministries that we do in our church, inside our church, outside of our church? Are they for that of boys, that of girls, for ourselves and for our own glory, or are they for the glory of God? And one day we will know the difference. Was it for my glory or was it for God's glory at the judgment seat of Christ? And we will receive gold, silver, precious stone, or wood, hay, and stubble. What are we going to receive for the good works that God created for each of us to do?
Amen.
In the body and what is to come. And so what is the driving motivating factor of your lives? I want to encourage each of us to say it is to please God.
Amen.